Hello everybody, and welcome to tonight's newest indoor adventure in the wild beyond the Witchlight, part 16, The Doll Maker. So, today is May 8th, 2022, and you are loved. That is a very important message that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these sessions. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have done up until this point, or you can go towards anywhere audio casts are being made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, if you go to patreon.com/indooradventures, you can check up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. So if you have any questions for myself or any of these other fine folks, you can again go and join us on that Patreon. But I thought you said that it was for free. Isn't Patreon where money stuff happens? Normally you'd be right, but all that's being made available for free. It's actually also linked up with our Discord. The link can be found in the Twitch chat to the side or in the video or description of this down below. Again, it's all being made available for free. It's just being hosted there. Join us on Discord. You can chat with me, any of these other fine folk. We post pictures about food, about animals, about new Kickstarters that you should be aware of, all sorts of things, and all that can be found again at the Discord link to the side. But let's say you did decide to support us on Patreon. You also support us on Twitch and YouTube and all of these other wonderful spaces, and you're trying to think to yourself, where can I go to help support this fantastic show even more? Guess what, buddy? I got your back, quite literally, in fact, because if you go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, we got t-shirts, we got posters, we got mugs, we got crop tops, throw pillows, shower curtains, aprons, clocks, and we also have face masks. That's right, we got face masks with the symbol of Tiamat upon them, designed by our very own Cyberwolf1201, and currently all of the proceeds from all of our merch sales is going to help support Doctors Without Borders. So if you would like to help support a good cause, you can again go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. But that is it for my opening spiel. So hey, RJ, who are you playing today?
Hello, everybody. My name's RJ, and today I'm playing Vice, the Tiefling Rogue.
Hi, y'all. I am Sarah. I'll be playing Lowry Moon, the Hexblood Spore Druid.
I am Mediaflare, and I am going to be playing Pamferdam Roski, the Gnome Artificer.
Everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. I'm going to be playing as Clout Impkin, the Bard Tiefling Bard.
And I am the Indoor Adventurer, he, him, and today I shall be your Dungeon Master. So, last we left off, things were getting a little crazy, to say the least. You ended up meeting with Chucklehead, the toffee apple-headed goblin boss, who then allowed Lowry and Vice into Loomlurch, where you had a very candid meeting with none other than Granny Nightshade, Skabitha herself. You posed as individuals looking to purchase, or at least gain access to a little bit of land, maybe the utilization of a factory. You gave rough plans for a nimble right, promised that you would, kidnap Will of the Wild, just general business practice stuff, kidnapping, all of that jazz. Skabitha seemed rather intrigued by this, and said that you were more than welcome to spend the night there, offering the servants' quarters. Oop, that's my Bluetooth speaker. I don't know why that decided to come on, but yeah, it's no worry. It's just a little bit of ghosts. After staying at the servants' quarters, you offered money to the goblins to make them scarce for a few hours, while Lowry, you and your beloved Vice, it solved a few problems Waterdeep style. And the goblins, they seemed all right with it. You were going to fuck up their home, but they got some sick trinkets out of the deal. And that's good enough for them. Under that guise, the four of you then decided the best way to infiltrate Skabitha's house was to go under the cover of night, sneak in through one of these doorways that you had seen, retrieve a painting that contained Skabitha's image, so that way, your deal with Bavlorna would come to fruition. Everything was going great. Clout was going to get forgot by having this hag wake up and have him be the first thing that she saw. And as you walked into this building, you saw that there was a sleeping green dragon wormling. You split ways. Clout, you went upstairs to Skabitha's room. Lowry, you and Vice continued down the length of Loomlurch, discovering the paintings in this room. Vice, reaching for said painting, accidentally pricked himself along his arm, causing the paintings present to shift and change to show Vice's family, and not Skabitha's family. So the painting that you were looking for has changed, as it were. It is no longer showing the things that you thought that it might. It was at that point that you decided that you were going to investigate further into Loomlurch, in which one scenario involved you opening a door and seeing a giant mothball that then got torn open as Sowpig, the young ghoul, was just hanging out, looking for somebody to play with. Vice, you offered to play with them, allowing Lowry the opportunity to go into the room, steal the unicorn's horn that you had actually been searching after, and then make your way out. Vice, or at least grabbing the horn, and that's where we left off with Lowry. Vice, you then decided that you were going to play tag with Sowpig and just run further into Loomlurch, activating a series of tin soldiers. You went up a stairwell and saw that at the top of the landing were 4 more tin soldiers, so you are currently surrounded by 10 of these individuals that were making a loud ruckus to awaken and alert others within this building that intruders were abound. Pamferdam, it's fucking go time. The signal's been called. The fires have been lit. And you disguised yourself as a small little mind flayery Cthulhu and shot rocks at the side of Loomlurch, penetrating the side of this fallen tree, making a general ruckus. Clout still in the room of Skabitha. Okay, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. And eventually Skabitha appears out of this, looks over towards where their moths would be, but Clout had covered them with a blanket. So they look in the direction of the stairwell to see where all the noise is coming from. Who do they see first and forget but Clout? And that is where we left off, with Skabitha looking right in Clout's general direction, but very clearly, very pointedly, seeing through them. So let's start at the top of this. Lowry, you are in person form. You have this unicorn horn. You have heard kerfuffle coming from the direction that Vice has gone into. You've heard the sound of what sounds like mechanical marching footsteps. You heard the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo of a catapult being used against the side of this tree. And down this hallway, you can see that there is a green dragon wormling who seems to be doing some pretty big stretchies that looks like it is going to be coming into the direction that you are. What would you like to do?
Is there a route for me to go back towards the paintings? Which route would that be? What does that put me in?
That puts you, so looking at the map, thankfully, we have one to look at together. So the green dragon is coming from the room that is directly adjacent to the, or at least you see him stretching in the room that's directly adjacent to the painting room. You're at the end of the hallway. That first sort of circular room is where the paintings were. But you see this dragon as you're sort of deciding what to do. It crawls into this large green, like 3 foot by 3 foot, almost like it's not a jack-o'-lantern, jack-in-the-box. It crawls into this jack-in-the-box. But It does not seem to be like making its way down this hall. But you see that there is a clear straightaway. It looks like if you were to run from where you are, it would be about 10, 20, 30, about 40 feet into the room with the painting, so you could make that all in one go. And then you know that the next room up has an out, has a means of quickly escaping should you so choose.
Okay. Did Sowpig have a weapon on her when she left?
She did not, but you did see that she had rather sharp-looking claws that she was using to scrape along the wall, almost singing a song to herself after telling Vice that she was playing Demon Hunt, where she was the demon and he was to be hunted.
She
And-
was a hunting.
Fantastic. Lowry's going to use Disguise Self to make herself look like Sowpig.
Okay.
And she will head towards the paintings,
Okay.
humming a similar tune.
Sounds good. So, you are heading towards the paintings. You will be able to be in the room with the paintings for this next available moment. Clout, you see Skabitha, like, sort of like look in your general direction, immediately forgets you. And then you can see that there is like
While
this.
she's
Yeah.
sorry, while she's still looking at me, I want to reach out with a mage hand and yank the handkerchief off the moth bell.
Okay.
Sorry, continue. Just
okay.
doing that.
Make a stealth check.
Okay.
You are invisible, but let's see how you can do stealth or sleight of hand. Actually, no, it would have to be stealth because sleight of hand using a mage hand is specifically for the arcane trickster rogue. So you would have to do stealth.
21.
A 21. Okay, so just quick flourish. It is gone.
Just like under the bed.
Okay. Yeah, and
Operation
you
Gaslight
can see that
begins.
there is like an air of confusion that she has, but then she hears again that like whee, like the sound, like this whistle bell of danger, and you see that she like her wind up is going to the cadence like she is curious and confused, and you watch as she exits the room and begins heading downstairs.
I'm not gonna let her get past me.
Okay.
If she tries to walk past me, I'm going to try and trip her.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so if you were trying to trip her as she's going down, like, are you gonna like push her at the top of the stairs, like, or just like straight trip her while she's in the room? Like, what is?
I imagine I'm like in the middle of the room, maybe closer to the bed. As she walks past me, I'll try to trip her.
Okay. So make an attack roll. This will be
how's
an
about-
unarmed attack.
Okay. I can do that.
Let's trip this mother.
Trip
Happy
action.
Mother's Day, everybody.
I got a 9 on
A
that.
9. Okay. Sounds good.
Would
So
it be an advantage because you're invisible?
You are
that is
probably
correct.
correct about that. 16.
A 16. Okay. Just wanting to check.
Fighting for every inch here.
That's honestly the plan.
Okay, so 16 just hits. So you are able to trip her. And you just want to do a quick trip, like, in the room?
Yeah, just a quick trip, and then I'm gonna like just sort of step away from her so that she can't touch me.
Okay. So she trips and will fall to the ground. Make a roll a d4 for me.
Okay. That is gonna be a 4.
Okay, so she will take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as she falls. She was not prepared to be tripped by something invisible. And she's going to make an insight check as to how she could be tripped by such a thing. And so she takes that, and as she is getting up, the gear begins to turn quicker, and she pauses it and then winds it, and you just hear that slow like tick, 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 as she begins to stand up, and she just says, "You think you're so clever, don't you?"
I say nothing.
She just looks around the room. And what languages do you speak, Clout?
A number of them. Common, Infernal, and Sylvan.
Okay, in Sylvan, you hear her begin to curse Will of the Wild.
Oh, she thinks it's him.
She thinks it him.
Okay. In that case, let's play into that. I wonder if she can hear me. Huh. I'd like to try and throw my voice
Okay.
to just a corner of the room that I'm not in. And I'm just gonna try and sound like a giggling boy, essentially.
Okay. Roll a performance check. But if you can do Clout impersonating a young boy giggling, I will give you advantage, but then you will have to do this for me.
Okay, hold on.
That's
I
some
haven't
DM
even-
bargaining.
I
I
haven't
believe
even
in you,
been-
Wings.
Haven't even been Clout yet today. Hello, my name's Clout. I love my friends. What does Will of the Woods sound like? Oh, fuck. All right.
Well, you did it, so my bargain still stands. I got what I wanted.
I did my best. Cloud is already a stretch for me as it is. A performance of 19.
Okay, 19. Yep, it sounds like it's coming from that direction. And Skabitha, you see her, like, she rears back one of these wooded, like, her arm that, again, looks like a wooded hand. And the fingers just seem to sharpen and turn into claws as she just rakes through the air. And some of her furniture gets destroyed in this.
She doesn't even touch it. She just does it.
She just
like,
goes through, like, it looks like she is just clawing into the air where the laughter came from.
Cool.
And you
But-
see that there is, like, it's not sizzling, but there is, like, a viscous liquid that seems to be, like, left in the ruts of where her fingers have raked through.
I have learned some things. I think Clout stares in that direction, just sort of like going like, that would not feel good if that happened. Don't like the scratchies. He's going to like tap his throat and telepathically connect with Pam and Vice at the same time. He's gonna say, "It worked. I've got her. I'm gonna try and hold her off for as long as possible. You guys, you can still do this, right?"
Well, I'm a little busy right now.
Have you found the kids?
No, I haven't seen the kids. Where's Lowry?
Okay, so, Lowry, you are in the room with all them paintings.
In the room where it happened. Okay. Do they still look the same as when I saw them last?
Yes, they do. They look like they are currently comprised of Vice's family.
Okay, put this behind whatever check you want. Does great grandma, have I been told that she has ties to book club?
To the book club.
Familiar ties.
Not. She's the mother of all. That is true. However, as far as there being direct ties, it would be one of those like ancestry.coms and you could get there eventually, but as far as it being like, yes, so and so is the immediate daughter of this hag, like you don't think that would be the case, I don't believe.
Okay.
If you're trying to do what I think you're trying to do, could you try and leverage an Arcana check?
I mean, I said whatever role you want to tie to it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
For you, it would be Arcana or History.
Okay. What's my history? Oh, we'll do a +2. History it is. That's a 10.
Yeah, basically the same information that you just received.
My rolling luck has carried over to this game, I see. Okay.
I know.
Lowry is going to, she's still going to try it. She is going to intentionally prick her finger
Okay.
and see what happens.
All right, so Lowry, you prick your finger as you, are you just prick and then hoping for the best? Okay, roll a D100 for me.
Because this is what I saw happen with Vice, so we're gonna... I rolled a 1.
Okay.
D100?
Yep.
Hey, so Lowry,
Oh my god.
do you have any living relatives at all? I mean, Lowry has stated that she is old.
Mm-hmm.
But do you have any, do you feel like you would have, any immediate family that might still be kicking?
She was an only child.
Okay.
So it would have to be extended family.
Okay. Well, thankfully, if your family members that are in the immediacy are deceased, it is just a series of blank canvases, except for you.
Oh. Well, that works. She will try and cut out all of the portraits with her dagger.
Okay.
GTFO.
Yeah, for this, make a sleight of hand check. This is going to determine how long it's going to take to cut each of them out, since you don't really care about the thorns.
7.
7, okay. Yeah, this is going to be taking you quite a bit of time. It's high up. You got a dagger. You're not used to this sort of thing. It's again, it's going to take a little bit of time.
Okay.
On that end. Pamferdam, you're outside, blasting rocks. You just asked, hey, where the kids? Are we going to free the kids at all? And the response that you got was basically, haven't seen them. But you still heard the blasting
Lowry
inside.
is MIA.
Yes. And Lowry is currently MIA as far as you are aware.
All right. Has anything changed with scarecrows outside?
The scarecrows, would, at this point, you see those turnip-headed creatures that have these gnarly faces that are carved into them. If you've ever seen any kind of Hollantide representation of cultures where they use turnips instead of pumpkins to carve, and they just have that a little scarier, I would say, than a pumpkin face to them. There's something weirdly gruesome about carving a turnip. But you see that these scarecrows begin to shift, and it looks almost like their chest swells. And then you just hear "Ah!" coming from these turnips as they begin to signal the arrival of an intruder.
All right. Definitely getting attention now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so Pam is going to mount their steel defender in the shape of a tree and have it bring me over to the scarecrows.
Okay.
I noticed that they are in a line.
They
How big
are
are these squares?
10 feet.
I'm fucking happy to hear that. So, as Pam is charging on this tree, dressed or disguised as a mind flayer, they are going to. Where's the spells? What components do I need? Yeah, they're gonna pull out a boiled egg from their pocket, and flick it with their finger, and immediately this puff of rotten egg smell will come out, and they'll shout a command word and cast Tasha's Caustic Brew across all of them.
Okay.
In a beautiful little line.
Sounds
So
good.
every single one of them makes a Dex saving throw.
Okay, well, they're scarecrows, so they're going to fail. They aren't scarecrows, the character type. They are, or like monster stat block. They are scarecrows, the scarecrow.
Aw,
I was
man.
hoping for this. All right, so then all of them fail. So all of them are taking 7 acid damage initially, and then at the start of like any screamy turns, they will take 2d4 again.
Okay, sounds good. Just let me check. Here.
That's my only spell slot left.
We are just ruining her day. Tearing up her portraits. We're
Oh, we're destroying everything she owns and loves.
yeah.
Vive la revolution!
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, well, they only have 5 hit points.
Oh, yes. I was so gambling on whether or not they were just scarecrows or going to be creatures with like 50 hit points.
Yep. No, these are just regular ass scarecrows, so that acid splashes over them and they just go, and like the turnip head as organic matter just like sloughs down, and you see that these like more intimidating hung things just sort of like slump down as like bits and pieces of them just slough off.
All right, cool. I silenced the alarm. And now that I got a minor scream, I just wanted to turn that whistle off, and it looks like
The whistle is from the inside. Or at least the
sorry,
phoneme that you had heard. Yeah.
metaphor, not literal.
Okay.
Movement speed wise, I cannot do anything else, so Pam is just going to turn back towards the house and continue just making wild mind flayer sounds that they assume mind flayers make.
Okay. So, Vice, you had run up that inner ring of stairs up to that second floor. You had encountered 4 more tin soldiers. What is Vice's plan?
He'll. Are they advancing on me?
The ones from below the stairs, like, are coming up the stairs, are advancing. Sowpig is advancing, and then you met 4 at the platform up above.
He'll quickly turn and yell over to Sowpig. If these lot are gonna be playing too, you're gonna have to tag them as well. You know that, right?
She does not respond.
Cool. I'm going over the banister with a disengage bonus action.
Okay. Just so there's no banister, but you can definitely use your disengage bonus action, run past them. Because it's like a hollow or like a tree core.
Oh,
Run.
I thought that
Yeah.
would be like a railing or something.
No. That's actually like an inside thing. So like you could be like parkouring across the walls, like Prince of Persia style, to get by her.
Yep.
Jumping across soldier heads.
Okay,
Basically
so
like,
disengage, movement.
Tony John the Protector, where it's like the bunch of dudes running at him and he just runs on their shoulders.
Exactly, yes. Okay, and then, so to get back down the set of stairs from where you were, be 10, 20, so you could get back to the bottom of the stairs with 30 feet of movement.
Cool. Action to dash.
Okay,
He's just gonna try to shoulder through this door.
okay, going
The southern
into
door.
the large room or going back into the hallway where you came from?
Actually, that door should be open, right? The northward one.
Yes, the northernmost door is open because that is the one that you had kicked open to trigger the alarm of the sentinels.
Cool. Yeah, through that door, close behind him as we interact, and he's gonna dive into one of the rooms on the right and try and hide.
Okay. So rooms on the right to hide. Let me just check real quick.
Because I've opened up all these doors, right?
That is
And
correct.
I saw that. It's like, okay, this one's fine. This one's fine. Fucking moths.
Okay. Yep, so you've ducked into this room. Sounds good. So you ducked into that room. Make a perception check before you do, though.
Oh, boy. 18?
18. Lowry, had you closed the door from the hallway to the rooms with the paintings? You're muted.
Yeah, probably. I can't imagine that she'd keep that open.
Okay, sounds good. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Because if the door had been open, Vicey would have seen Lowry in there. But go into one of these cupboard rooms and are just holding out as that all happens. Okay. Back up in Skabitha's room. Clout, you and Skabitha both hear the off in the distance just of the scarecrows screaming off in the distance. And then that screaming seems to be cut short by gurgling noises. At this point, Skabitha seems more intent on going down the set of stairs. What would you like to do, Clout?
I'm gonna give her like 2 steps down the stairs before I kick her.
Okay, make an attack roll with advantage.
Da-da-da-da-da. That's a 24.
24, okay. Roll 3d6 for me. As she does a heckin' tumble down a rounded flight of stairs.
You said 3d6? 46.
Yes. 3d6.
36.
1, 2, 3. Bah.
This Proof of Fools has some air of comedy in it.
That's 10
Okay.
damage. Bah.
You're gonna whittle her down.
Okay,
We're gonna,
so
just keep distracting her so she can't focus on anything.
As
Yep.
much as possible.
so you have kicked her down the flight of stairs.
Yep. And I'm going to like sort of meander down the staircase as she's tumbling. And I'll stop about halfway down and keep an eye on her.
Okay. As she reaches the bottom, let me just check. Okay. Yeah, so she is, you can see that she is getting frustrated at the fact that she has not only been tripped, but then kicked down a flight of steps. And you can hear her swearing in a mixture of Sylvan, Infernal, and occasionally a language that you don't know. But it seems like you and Skabitha share a couple things in common at this point.
Hopefully that's where the similarities end. Yes. I'm double checking one thing. Okay. What does she do next?
She cannot see you. She's at
Right.
She's at the bottom of this stairwell.
Before she has a chance to stand up, I'm going to try and cast Levitate on her.
Okay. Sounds good. So, the bookmark there.
I don't know what it is. I might be really tired, but this is fucking hilarious.
I've been planning this
Oh
for
yeah,
a
this is
week,
this is
baby.
an adorable boss battle.
No, it's incredibly funny. Incredibly funny.
Okay. Okay, and what is the spell save?
Constitution saving throw.
Okay, Constitution.
And there's another thing. What did she roll?
She got a 24.
24. Ooh. Well, she makes that. I don't think there's anything I can do to lower that enough to make it.
You don't have cutting words, do you?
I do have cutting words, but like it's just my inspiration. I wouldn't be able to lower it enough to get it,
It would be
below
like
my
an
save DC.
18. if
Yeah.
you got max.
Yeah, my save DC is 14. So yeah, I do that, and she probably like feels herself grow lighter for a second, just like barely like lift off the ground before like the magic is cut off, and she falls back down.
She
But now
falls
she-
back down. And when she lands, you see that like that one eye is just like the brow is furrowed and she is pissed. And she yells, "Cradlefall! Is there anything you're seeing I'm not?" And you see the green dragon wormling in the next room poke its head out of the box
I'm gonna
and
try and
turns
duck and
its
hide.
way towards you. Make a stealth check.
Ah! Ah! 21.
A 21. Okay, so
Come on, dragon, don't snitch.
the dragon you see crawls out of this jack-in-the-box box and creeps into the room as Skabitha, they swap, like ships in the night. She walks past it, Cradlefall, the green dragon wormling comes into the room where you are going, and she is continuing towards where the sound of the Fawise came from.
Fuck. She's heading in which direction?
She's heading south. She looks like she is going in the direction of the room that you last saw Lowry and Vice enter.
Do I think I can take this dragon? I'm gonna look around for like a container.
Make an insight check or a nature check.
And
And I restrain this 3 foot by 3 foot dragon.
I got a 6, so I'm gonna guess that I can.
You guess that you've wrestled a lot of things in your life. What's this what is a dragon if not another thing to wrestle?
How big is it?
It is a dragon wormling. So thankfully it is not like horse-sized. However, it is roughly, I want to say the size. It's medium. It's about the size of a man.
Mm-hmm.
But its head is, on a longer neck, and it has winglings and all of that. Imagine like a large dog, like a Pyrenees, as the size of this dragon.
In that case, before she gets out the door,
Yes.
can I cast Entangle on the door?
On the door?
Yes. Well, here, hold on. Let me read this. Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square starting from a point within range. For the duration, these plants turn the ground into difficult terrain. A creature in the area, when you cast the spell, must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends. So can I cast it in a way that both of them are within the area?
Yes. You would, however, lose your stealth.
Reveal myself to the dragon?
Yes.
That is okay. I will do that.
Okay.
I need them both to make strength saving throws.
Okay. And what's the DC?
14?
Skabitha gets a 20.
God. Okay.
And the dragon, known as Cradlefall, would be a lot better if they had them in the book.
Looks like cutting words doesn't work on saving throws.
That's only attack rolls.
Yeah, well, it's attack rolls, ability checks, and damage rolls.
What am I thinking of then? There's one for saving throws.
Okay, just getting this up.
Making Simon have to pull up stat blocks on the fly.
Well, for some reason, even though it's in the book, it's not in the book.
Yeah, no, I hate it when they do that.
And
A green dragon wormling. Look it up.
that is a 19 from Cradlefall.
Back. All right, they both make it. But the vines still appear on the ground, and that'll be difficult terrain, and it'll at least slow her down.
Okay, sounds good.
She begins to levitate.
This time I'm doing it on purpose.
Sounds good. I just wanted to make sure.
You know, I'm just gonna play hag in my next game. Like a no kidding, like hag.
Hags are fun.
They are.
romanceable?
Be an anise hag.
White-haired witch would be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so. Pamferdam, We're gonna go back to you. We're on your
Lovely.
steel defender.
Oh no. Okay.
All right. Let's see here. Movement 10, 20, 30, 40. Dash 10, 20, 30, 40. Pamferdam can command the defender with all of their actions and bonuses to charge through the pumpkin patch to those stairs to try and get to the building.
Okay. Let me check.
I will not be able to get in, but I'll be able to get like I don't
Up
know, like
the
halfway
stairs.
up.
Okay. Sounds good.
This tree train is coming through. Choo choo.
Okay. Ba-ba-ba. Okay,
The
sounds
pumpkins
good.
sprout alive and attack.
How large is your steel defender? Is it medium size?
It is a medium.
Okay. Funny you should mention the pumpkins bursting.
God damn it.
As you rush past, 3 of these pumpkins burst open, and you see that giant snakes have actually coiled themselves inside of the pumpkins and begin making their way towards the source of movement.
All right.
It is at this point that I feel like it would benefit all of us to roll some initiative.
Alrighty.
So that way, it's
okay.
easier for me to track where things are going, what's going on.
Rather than me just shouting things at you and bullying you into resolving them.
I'll
That's
push
how
that old
D&D
lady.
usually is, right? Like you're supposed to yell at your dungeon master the word fireball over and over and over again.
Lightning bolt.
It's like, say it
Dark
fast
vision.
enough. I can do as many things in this round as possible.
Oh my
Mhm.
god.
That'd be terrible.
All right. Well, Pamferdam got 11.
That's a 15 from me, baby.
Vice
23. Sorry.
and Lowry.
9.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to physical dice after this.
Give it a premature roll right now and see where it is.
Well, I still don't have the one that I threw over my shoulder this morning. That one's gone forever.
Okay.
Never mind, it's just as bad.
Pamferdam needs to BRB.
Okay. Which is totally fine. Because we're range.
So, have you ever made a plan with your party and then go to execute the plan and the plan just immediately goes off the fucking rails?
Yeah.
It was fine up until the paintings.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. It's the plan's still working.
Yeah.
We have a distraction. We're stealing the painting.
That's
The
true.
hag has forgotten one of us. The plan is still working.
Okay, so we're going to start at the top of the initiative order for now and just go through. And then if we get to Pam before media comes back, we'll figure that out as we get there. However, Vice, you are inside one of these rooms. You've closed the door, and you can hear what sounds like the clank, clank, clank of metallic feet making their way in the direction of the room that you've hidden in. What would you like to do?
This room has stuff in it, correct?
This room has some empty ass cupboard.
Have you ever played Amnesia: The Dark Descent?
I made it maybe like an hour and a half into it, and then my anxiety got the better of me. But yes, I am familiar with this game.
Do you know the mechanic where you can run into a cupboard and?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and do that.
Okay,
But,
sounds good.
As far as I know, that's a mechanic in real life too.
I gotta let Lowry know. Okay, so before he ducks into the cupboard, Vice looks at the wall it's connected to the next room, and he just lets out a force blast to like crack it open to like pretend like he just ran through that wall as a diversion.
Okay, make a deception check.
Okay, here we go. Don't fuck me on this one. 21.
A 21? Okay, so you yell out, there is like a sizable chunk that is been dented and like cracked open on the side of this building.
I imagine Vice goes to like where he thought his holster was, brings it up, and instead of the gun, there's a megaphone in his hand.
Okay.
And he just shouts through it, and it'll crack into the wall.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, you crack into the wall with that deception. Okay, you're doing well on that end. I forgot.
And hopefully that noise alerts Lowry that shit just got real.
Yeah.
All these sounds are there's a lot of sounds going on right now.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Lowry has been panicking the whole time.
Slow and steady, slow and steady, slow and steady.
Step, 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 step. Step, 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 step.
Okay.
Ouch, I pricked myself. Step, 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 step.
You're just gonna have a collection of Lowry paintings.
She is just, her forearms are just like thorns all over. Just, let me at it, let me at it, let me at it.
Okay, well, thankfully, that is fine. So then next up is Sowpig and the Mechanical Menagerie. And they are going to approach, and you see Sowpig just like throw open the door where she was. Nothing. And then throw open the door where Vice, you have just made a huge sound from. You wanted to stealth, though, correct?
Yes, like
Okay.
just duck into a cupboard after blowing a hole in the
So
wall.
roll a stealth check.
Fuck me. 27.
I need to check something very quickly.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I'm so
Because-
scared.
Sowpig rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
No. What's her perception?
Checking on that now.
I
I rolled a 19, which is horrible. That's a bad feeling.
I am suddenly very sweaty.
So, Vice,
Yeah.
you hear footsteps into the room. You hear the sound of nails
It's not
against
picking
the
up.
wall
There it is.
coming towards you. And then you hear slowly shut. You hear another slowly shut. And Vice, you can feel footsteps stop directly in front of the cupboard where you currently are. That is Sowpig's turn.
Oh boy.
Next, going through the kitchen, opening the door to come to the room with the portraits that was supposed to be locked, but is not currently. Lowry, you see this very angry, very upset looking wooden woman who looks at you, and with contempt, you hear book club. I need you to make a saving throw of a sort for me. Let me just check real
Okay.
quick.
Are you still disguised as Sowpig?
I
Yep.
think
did that
she might have
go-
true
okay.
seeing.
That she do. So I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay. 24.
A 24. Lowry, you feel a magic beginning to take hold of you that would alter your shape. As a druid, you are familiar with what it feels like when you are about to shapeshift. Thankfully, you rolled high enough that her magic has no effect on you. And you hear that gear in her back tick, 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 tick. Like she's pissed. She's not having a good time right now. Or no, it's you hear tick, tick, because it moves slowly when she's upset. and she's looking at you with that wooden hand outstretched as you just like shake it off as Sowpig, carving portraits off of the wall. But that was all that she's going to do. She's standing in the doorway now of this room. That is it for Skabitha. Next up, Cradlefall. As Clout, you were hiding. Entangle! And this green dragon wormling seems to be a little bit more adept at moving through difficult terrain than you had initially given it credit for. It's still, like, large dog-sized. But when you see it rear back and inhale, you remember that even a dog-sized dragon is still a dragon.
Yeah, fuck.
And Clout, I am going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Nice doggy. Nice dragon. 8.
8? Okay, that is a failure. So, let me get this all done.
You're at full HP right now, right? At least.
I am. Yeah,
Cool,
I
cool,
am.
cool.
This will be fine. Don't worry about me.
So,
I got
Clout,
Hello.
that is a total of 25 points of poison damage.
Oh!
How much
I'm
health
good.
do you have?
I'm
Panic.
good. I'm at 7 now.
Okay.
My max is 32. I'm fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
Okay, Clout, again, you are in this room. Cradlefall stands directly in front of you, having just released this bout of poison. And let's see. It does not look like it has that poison dripping from its teeth getting ready for another breath attack next round. It seems like it did not recharge its ability to do this thing. But Clout, you have been coated in the poison breath of a green dragon wormling.
Yeah, that's real gross. I don't like that.
Well, tell me what you're going to do about it, because Clout, it is your turn.
Is it me?
It is you.
Oh boy. I'm going to pineapple. Cast a healing word on myself at 2nd level.
Okay.
Let me just go ahead and roll that. I regain 10 hit points, proving that I cannot tank this beast. That has occurred. That was my bonus. You know what my action's gonna be?
What?
Folkluk and Bandor, I'm turning myself invisible.
Okay.
Yes.
Clout, before you do that, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
The dragon counterspells.
Well, no, because you
No, no, no.
casted Healing Word on yourself as a bonus action, so you can only cast cantrips now.
Oh, is that true?
Also
Fuck.
true on that one.
Fuck, I forgot about that. Damn bit. All right, I won't
Also,
do
green
the
dragon wormlings do not have True Sight.
Yes, that's what I was
will-
checking for.
I will not do the healing word then. I feel like invisibility is more important here. So I do that instead.
Okay.
And then yeah. And then I want to like Mage Hand is also a spell.
It is a cantrip, but yes.
Sure does make things hard to do all in one turn. I'm invisible.
Yep.
I want to hide.
Okay. Make a stealth check with advantage because you are invisible.
And well, I guess this might be a second turn issue. 21.
A 21. Okay, so you are invisible.
I have rolled 21 for every stealth check this game.
That's pretty good right
You
now.
should go gambling after this.
Okay, so
Blackjack.
Clout,
Play blackjack.
you have stealthed. You are in this room invisible with this dragon that just released a breath weapon.
That is I think that's
Okay.
that's the extent of what I can do.
Next turn. Pam. Pam, you're at the top of the steps. You're on top of your steel defender. There are some snakes coming towards you, but like you're far enough away from said snakes that like shouldn't be too big of an issue. You were pretty fast.
So long as those snakes don't get a zoomy of 40 feet all of a sudden. All right, so Pamferdam is going to order the tree to just charge through this door. Is this a door here?
That door is there. It is not locked.
Cool. we will plow through the door, and where does that make me come out?
Okay, so
In
you
tree.
were
It looks like bottom
going
right, big
through
circle.
the pumpkins.
Yep, going through the
Top
pumpkins up that staircase there, but it just kind of like wraps up and then points at.
Okay,
Oh, it looks like I actually come upstairs in the
that is correct.
dorm room. Okay, is
Yeah,
there anything
so
in here right
I just
now?
want to check real quick.
Every time he has something to check, it makes me very nervous.
Oh yeah, I'm
It's
very
where the
sweaty.
children are sleeping.
I mean, I would hope so.
I would
That'd make
complicate
Pam's
the
job a lot
situation
easier.
quite a bit, though.
Oh yeah, because you only ran up these stairs and then dove back down. You didn't
Yeah.
actually like go through those doors.
So there are 2 of these tin soldiers that are up on the top flight of stairs, but it is this large double door that you could, if possible, jump through, and it does not necessarily look like it is locked.
But is there anything else in this room
So-
with all these beds?
So from where you were, again, on the landing, there were the 2 soldiers right at the top of the staircase.
Oh, on the outside.
Yeah,
okay.
on the outside, not on the inside just yet.
All right, we're gonna charge through the door,
Okay.
and Pamferdam's just gonna be screaming the whole time. Just
Okay. So these 2 soldiers are going to take attacks of opportunity against you as you run by.
it defers to my defender.
Okay, so one is a 24 and the other is a 14.
All right, well that 24 is hitting in the tree.
Okay, sounds good. So I just want to make sure. Okay. Just need to check their stats real quick.
Oh no. For all you listening at home, right now I am listening to the Shrek 2 version of I Need a Hero.
As if there were other versions of that song. So the defender is going to take a total of 3 points of damage.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so a couple of branches snap off as we plow past these things through the door.
Okay, but Pam, you burst in to the door, and through this set of double doors, you can see that there are a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 beds. Inside each of these beds looks like a very startled and bleary-eyed child.
Pamferdam will rotate the mech back towards the 2 steel defenders now and just be like,
Get away from them, you big mean things.
and that was just the defenders movement. So Pam has some darts. See here, I had to spend my bonus action, so I'm just gonna just yeet a single dart at one of the tin soldiers, rolling a 10.
Okay, a 10 does not hit.
All right, the statement was made.
And that's Pam.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm gonna fucking kill these guards.
And Lowry. Lowry, you've just seen Skabitha try and ensnare you in this mystical, magical spell of hers that did not seem to hold. What would you like to do? After she again, like, under her breath, with contempt, says Book Club.
Maybe if you read more books, you'd have better tactics. She's going to cast Hex.
Okay.
And I'm going to choose that the target has disadvantage on ability checks relying on Constitution.
Sure.
Okay. That's my bonus action. Okay, is she in a position where I can knock her into some thorns?
She's standing in the doorway, so you would have to like knock her forward.
Word.
You'd have to
Okay.
pull her into the room to do this.
Okay, so Mountain Goat is out. That means we are going to go with. What do you do? You know what? We're gonna go with wild shaping into a black bear,
Okay.
which is gonna take up my action. And then we are going to back further into the room to try and get her to come further in with us.
Sure.
Snarling, big bear yell. Like, have you ever seen the National Geographic, like a bear just like roaring? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's Lowry. Come at me. Bring it
Okay.
on.
I imagine that this bear is wearing a very small mushroom hat. Like,
Yeah.
for the size of the bear, it is small.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay, sounds good. So then next up, Vice, you hear or you have heard the footsteps in front of this door, and it seems like Sowpig is getting ready to open your door. But it is your turn.
All right, give me a let me check through some things.
Sure.
Is Vice in the other room?
Vice is in the long hallway to
The
the
long
south of
hallway?
where you are.
Okay.
In one of
Did
the
he,
rooms
did he
on
hear the
right.
bear growl?
Yes, he did. Just like Lowry, you heard the loud
Yeah.
banging sound of him after having summoned the megaphone.
Okay. Can I make a performance check to try and throw my voice into the next room, like just a?
Yes.
Okay,
It will be at disadvantage if you're from inside of a cupboard.
I understand.
Okay.
Pay no mind to cupboard number 3.
Okay, I can use this power. I'm gonna use a psionic neck to boost this.
Okay.
Does a d6. I have a shot. Kind of, sort of. 15.
15. Okay. Against opposed insight, which is an 18.
Oh boy. Well. Do I want to hurt this pseudo child?
Undead pseudo child?
Is she undead?
Undead.
Some sort of re-dead.
Okay. In the cupboard, Vice spins, kicks the door open. He's going to use a bonus action to disengage, jump over her.
Okay. Sounds good.
She has a held action.
She does.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So she is going to make a claw attack towards you. That is a 9 to hit, though.
Thank God. Yeah, he just pivots, like, puts a hand on the top of her head, rustles her hair a little bit if there is any, and then lands behind her. Bye! Turns around and runs.
Okay. Are you running into the room with the thorns? Because the door is locked. You cannot see what is going on there, but you have heard Lowry's bear call. To the
Is it
south,
in-
there are also Morton soldiers.
Yeah, has that been relocked?
Lowry
opened
shut the
that.
door after you had run through.
Fuck.
Did Skabitha shut the door behind herself? Oh,
Not to the north, but to the south.
she came in from the other direction.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Man, okay.
There are more
Push your back to
doors.
the door.
There are more doors, but then there's fucking a bunch of goddamn tin soldiers.
Yeah. Well, there's tin soldiers to the south. What
Skinny
about
hallway, at least you can keep them limited to how many can attack you.
yeah?
True.
Can you make yourself look like one?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I guess he's going to run through the hole on the other side, through that door, presses back against that locked door.
The door's not locked. It's just shut.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. It was just a shut door.
I thought
so
it was
you-
locked. Okay.
No. So you can't see what's beyond that door, but the door is
Okay.
shut.
So there would be no reason for him not to open the door.
Yes.
Yeah. So in a,
It was just the word locked was used probably as a
Yeah.
mistake earlier.
Probably.
in a
Sounds
bit
like
of
something I do.
comedic tragedy, Vice opens that door, spins around, closes it, and locks it. Whew. Safe. Turns around. Fuck!
Talk bear noises.
Rawr. It's just bear jowls. Drool everywhere.
Okay. So we should be safe. Fuck. It is then Sowpig's turn. And you hear the sound of like clawing, like claws coming against the door that you have just recently locked. She is going to try and make an attack against said door. And Vice, as you're like pressed up against it, fuck! You feel wood break as four fingers jut through the door right next to your head. And then the fingers retract, but that is all that Sowpig is able to do. But you hear the marching of these soldiers as they get closer. Next up is Skabitha. And Skabitha sees a bear. And Skabitha sees a boy. Vice, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
It's just such offense to being called a boy.
I got a 10.
A 10 is not enough.
Yeah.
So, Vice,
Mm-hmm.
you are polymorphed. And you get polymorphed. She turns you into a slug.
Gross.
Lowry, eat that slug.
Step on it.
Money.
And then Skabitha will then turn and look towards you, Lowry. Or actually, she would turn Vice into a slug. And then... yeah, she would just turn and look at you. And she looks like she's like prone and ready to fight. And I think what she would say at this point is that she would ask, who sent you? But you're a bear, so it's not like you can really respond at this point, but just...
Yabba dabba doo. Or no, wait, no, that's not Yogi. Hey boo boo.
Ah, yes, Yogi the Bear and his catchphrase, yabba dabba doo.
You know, Yogi the bear and his catchphrase.
I am very
Jinkies.
tired, okay?
Yeah, Yogi the Bear's catchphrase is Jinkies. That's what's happening right now.
Where's my glasses?
Fuck.
Okay.
Danger prone Daphne's done it again.
I'm gonna exit. Stage left even.
I imagine in Pam and Cloud's head they just hear this like little bit of static noise.
Okay. So, meanwhile, inside of the study where Clout, you are currently hiding invisibly, you, from where you can see, you see Cradle fall, close its eyes, just, and it begins walking around the room until it is within 10 feet of you, and its head snaps towards you, and it is going to make an attack as it has blind sight.
Fuck. I knew that. Dragon. Fuck.
Okay, so it is going to snap out at you with its mouth. That is Does an 11 hit you, Vice?
It does not. And I'm
Okay,
not
so this
Vice.
dragon seems to
It
know.
would if I'm a slug.
This dragon seems to know exactly where you are. It bit out. It missed you just barely, but it even speaks. There's no use hiding.
He can see me. Fuck. Blind sight, right? Blind
Yes,
sight?
it does have blind sight.
I can hear and smell
And
you real
at the
good.
End of its turn. Whoop. It still does not have that, like, it doesn't look like its poison breath has recuperated yet. It still seems
Now-
like it is much more in a bitey mood.
Remember that you're only recharging once per round.
Yes, at the end of its turn.
You've done this before where you will try and recharge at the sorry. No, never mind. You're right. You're doing it right now. Okay,
Yes.
you're doing it correctly.
I
now.
learned from
Trauma defense.
I learned from 100 episodes of Four Keeps of doing it wrong.
We never noticed. So
No, why
What?
would we? Good. That means I'm doing well as a DM.
Okay. Blind sight. It's got it.
It does.
Um
And it is right up on you, but Clout, it's your turn.
I was making all of these plans and I don't think they can help me now. In that case, invisibility isn't gonna help me. I am just fucking flying through all of my Folkluken spells.
Oh wow, it actually got Folkluken right on the CC.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Here's a thing that I can do. Looking around the room, I'm in a kitchen.
Yes. Or you are in the study, which is adjacent to the kitchen in the north.
Okay.
Is the rounded room right above the kitchen.
Gotcha. Is the door open to the kitchen?
Yes. That is the door that Skabitha went through and then like swapped with Cradlefall.
You said he got within 10 feet of me?
Yes,
or
he
right
did.
next
He
to
got
me?
within 10 feet, like sniffed you out, and then got in, as the study is not that big.
So he's
directly
immediately
on
now.
you.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, if you ran without disengaging, you would provoke an attack of opportunity.
Am I willing to risk that is the question. Right now might be a good time for that there. That's the other question is, I don't think I can take this thing. I think that running is the best option here. I'm going to go ahead and cast Healing Word on myself. Pineapple time. Pineapple for real this time. And I rolled exactly the same as I would have earlier. So cool.
Okay.
That's my bonus action. I'm going to run without disengaging.
Okay, sounds good. He's going to make an attack of opportunity against you. Man, you really chose the wrong day to press your luck, and I am so sorry. I got a natural 20.
Yay!
Oh, fuck.
Cutting words.
Okay, which
I'm-
does.
Lowering it that by a d6.
Okay.
I don't think you can lower a
Natural 20s are
critical.
criticals.
What's the spell say? Or what's the ability say?
As a reaction, when a creature you can see within 60 feet makes an attack roll, ability check, or damage roll, you can expend one use of Bardic Inspiration, roll the die, and subtract that number from the creature's roll.
Okay.
You can do so after the roll, but before knowing the result.
Okay. So because you already know the result,
Okay,
you would not be able to do that.
make it happen.
Okay, so that is...
Roll it on the damage. Tank it.
Yeah, you know what? That's the better idea, actually. I'd forgotten that the damage is possible.
Oh god, yeah, it's a crit too. It's gonna be a lot of damage.
It is, and I'm not going to be able to lower it by much.
I won. You're gonna have 1 HP.
Okay, so... You got very lucky. I will
Did
let
I?
you know that right now. So you are going to be taking a total of 4 points of piercing damage
You could negate
my
it to
God.
0. You can
I'm-
negate it to 0.
You,
I'm
you
gonna
got
do
this.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
and 8 points of poison.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh yeah, there we
okay.
go. Okay.
Checks out.
Here, this one's for the poison there. I'm lowering it by 4.
Okay,
So 2 points of piercing, 4 points of poison.
that is correct.
I'm down to 11. I'm still fighting. I'm still ready. I'm still feeling funky.
Great, because that was your turn as you
Well,
were running
I'm gonna
by.
close. I'm
Yeah.
closing the door behind me.
Okay, sounds good. So shutting door behind you. You are in the kitchen. There is the door that leads out. You see Skabitha's back to you.
I still have an action.
Yes, you do. Although you did
I'm-
use a healing word as a bonus action.
Yes, I've already done my bonus. I still have an action. I'd like to grab the heaviest piece of furniture I can and throw it in front of the door.
Okay, yeah. Make a strength athletics check.
That's my specialty. 21, baby.
Okay, yeah. So from the kitchen, like it's one of those. Most everything in this kitchen is like part of the tree that it is growing out of, but you just like rip the table off of its bearing in the ground and just like plunk it against the door.
And I'm Clout's gonna say in his best Will voice, "Can't run from me, you old hag."
Okay. Sounds good. So just want to continue checking because there's a lot of moving pieces at this point.
There sure is. Like, God bless you for pulling this off. We'll get through it together.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that's all good. Okay, sounds good. So, then that was Vice's turn,
Clout.
or Clout's turn. Next up, Pam. Pam, there are the 2 mechanical beasts. There are snakies that are still making their way towards you, or at least the tin soldiers, and there are 10 kids that stand between, or that you are standing between the soldiers of.
Mm-hmm. How high up is this balcony?
This balcony, from where you are able to see, would be... It's about 40 feet up.
Cool. So Pam is going to dismount, and with Pam's action as well as the bonus action command to the tree, we are both going to run in tandem and shoulder check these 2 armors on the balcony and try and use the shove action to make them go away.
Okay, sounds good. So roll that action.
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's see here. Shove. Shoving is the attack action. Okay.
I don't know why I'm imagining this as an anime. Like,
Oh,
this
fuck
is
you. All right, and then the Steel Defender. All right, cool. So the Steel Defender rolled a nat 20.
Awesome.
Pam rolled a 10.
Okay, so Pam, you go and shove this
Pam is
small-sized mechanical creature, and it's like, "Ugh," like it's not enough, and then the tree just like slaps that dude as it spins off the balcony and then falls 40 feet. So roll, I will say roll 8d6. Normally it would be 4, but you critted, so I will give you the double dice on that one.
That was pretty to roll on D&D Beyond. So that's 28 bludgeoning damage then.
Okay, so as that animated armor, this mechanical servant hits the ground, you see its pieces just scatter.
Nice. All right. So
One
long
guard
as so long as everyone makes more noise than Pam, these kids will be all right.
Yeah, and these kids, like, they are just like, what has happened? Like, they are like one of them was like putting a bucket of water on top of a door facing the inside of the tree, and then they see you and just like mouths agape.
We're here to
Everyone is
rescue
in-
you. We're with the non-copyright infringed Lost Boys because I can't remember their names right now.
The Getaway Gang.
We're with the getaway gang.
And like there's even a kid, it's just the getaway gang. Like as you described this, and like you give them the thumbs up as like again the mechanical servant has just like bopped one of these tin soldiers off of the balcony. So Pam, that was your action, bonus action, command word. You're in the room. Is there anything else that you would like to be able to do or can do? Artificers are still funky for me.
Yeah, Pam has used up everything they can do at this time around, but they are now, Pam and the tree are now in melee range with the final soldier blocking the doorway.
Okay, sounds good. And again, there are these snakes that had come out of the pumpkins you see are at the bottom of the stairwell and are doing their best to like reverse slinky their way up the stairs.
All right.
Okay, so that was it for Pam's turn. Lowry, you are a bear. Vice is a slug.
Yep.
Skabitha is here, and you can see Clout behind Skabitha in the kitchen, who doing his... It's a impression for Will of the Wild, for sure.
Hello, I'm Will of the Wild.
I'm Will of the Wild. I'm
Is
Spartacus.
saying shit from the kitchen, and you can see that Skabitha, like her eye like twitches a little bit and like flicks back and then like tries to focus again back on you.
Okay. How close is Vice to me?
Vice is maybe like 15 feet away.
15 feet away. And how far is Skabitha?
Skabitha is at the entrance of this room, so she is maybe 10 feet away from you.
10 feet?
Like, imagine in the middle of the... You are standing in the middle of the room. Vice is on one end, Skabitha is on the other, but you are a bear.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Vice, there's no easy way to step on you. I'm sorry. Actually, I have enough movement to do this.
Okay.
I have 30... How much do I have? I have 40 feet as a bear.
Bear.
Okay.
Bears! This is a Katamari mission all over again.
Lowry is going to get the zoomies.
Okay.
She is going to use 15 feet to go to Vice. From Vice to... And just step on him. Just...
Okay.
Bear claw, just slap.
You will have to use one of your attacks in order to do this, but that's fine.
That's fine. And then from Vice to Skabitha, how far is that? That would be...
Skabitha, let me check.
5, 10, 20 feet?
So...
No, 40 feet.
Yeah, you'd be able to get back to Skabitha.
Okay. Do I have any movement left over afterwards?
You would not, no.
No? Okay. All right. She is going to then move to Skabitha. Second attack. Do I have to roll to hit Vice? I feel like I need to...
Make a roll for it, and just
Okay.
don't get a natural 1.
Okay. How's a 3 look?
3, he's a slug. So
Okay.
it's helpful that you are a bear. So yes,
Great.
you
What's he gonna
strike
do?
out,
Dodge?
but I will need you to roll damage.
Roll
Because
damage,
anything over
yeah.
1 HP, which is what Vice has, is then dealt to Vice as part of the stomp.
That's
The bear bap.
In Pam and Cloud's head, they just hear, our house, in the middle of our house, our house.
5 damage total.
Okay, so Clout, you are going to be taking 4, or Vice, you are going to be taking 4 points as you pop back into existence.
All right. And then Lowry's going to try and do a hecking bite on Skabitha when she gets over there. 11, 15 to hit.
A 15 does not hit. Yeah, your
Jump,
claws, like your bare teeth, sink into her, but her arm is such a sturdy wood that it is not able to actually penetrate for the bite.
Just to be obnoxious, Lowry, just as she's biting down, she's going to wiggle her tongue and lick her arm.
Ew, gross. Like sun bear status, just like... Okay.
This is uncomfortable for me. It's going to be uncomfortable for you, too.
Okay, so Vice, you have been turned into a slug, and then you are no longer a slug because Lowry bear bapped you. And now you see that Lowry, as a bear, is fighting against Skabitha.
Okay, Bear Bap. I heard something totally different.
Nights in the courtyard. Happy
Um,
Mother's Day. No,
X guard there, buddy.
Okay.
Use half my movement to stand up.
Okay.
He's gonna move 15 feet into the room. I hate doing this. Bonus action. No, I can't because I moved. I get sneak attack on this anyway. He'll turn, pistol, shoot Skabitha.
Okay. Roll to attack.
Da, 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 da. 24.
Okay, so a 24 hits.
Okay.
You do have an ally within 5 feet.
Yeah, too bad this does not a lot of damage. Wait, no, doesn't this do a d6? Because it's a... Yeah, oops. There we go.
More importantly, is this something that you can get a sneak attack from?
Yeah, it's a ranged weapon.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if this was like an Eldritch Blast kind of
No,
situation.
it's my Psychic Blades feature. I can
Okay,
toss a blade.
Gotcha.
Like, normal. 10 points of sneak attack, and... Where is my... No, 10 points psychic damage, sorry. And then... 2d6 sneak attack. 8 points of sneak attack damage.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. So yeah, she has taken that damage. Next up, I know that we're going a little bit past where we generally are, but you still had something?
I do have a bonus action.
Okay.
He spins, a second pistol comes out, and he'll fire it again.
Sure.
This one will not get sneak attacks, but... 25 to hit.
25 hits.
8 points of psychic damage,
Okay. Sounds good.
and that's his turn.
The next up is Sowpig, who is going to make another attack at the door, but it does not look like her claws are able to do as much as she was hoping to, so that is it. But then there's still the tin soldiers. And with the help of one of the tin soldiers, you can see that the lock on the door, like the door itself got knocked and is now like the handle has come loose. The door has not opened, but the door is able to be opened past its locked state currently. So then next up, Skabitha. And Skabitha sees a bear, sees you, Vice, and she is... Let me see here.
Rawr.
Again.
She's going to make some attacks against the bear.
Okay.
Okay, so first attack against Bear Lowry is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So then you are going to be taking 16 points of poison damage,
Excellent.
and she is going to make a second attack. And that is another 23.
That hits.
But this time, you are going to be taking 33 points of poison damage.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Holy cow. Okay,
Holy
bear
bear.
form drops and Lowry is down to 1 HP.
Oh my god.
I'm
Lowry
gonna
looks-
reduce that damage.
Really rough.
Okay.
Did
Again, with the cutting words, you have to do it before the total is stated.
oh fuck.
You've got a healing word in your pocket.
I do.
Put your falling star.
Just every time I heal, it's another spell I'm not casting.
It's okay, it's
Every
fine.
time you heal.
Meanwhile, in the kitchen, Clout, you are there, and you
What
hear...
about the tin soldier up by me? I just realized now that it also got skipped the previous turn.
Yes. So this tin soldier
you're more
that
than welcome to attack me twice.
I will attack you once, because I should have
Okay.
remembered the first one. Thank you for reminding me on this one. So that is a 24 to hit for 6 points of damage.
Who are we hitting? Me or
You,
the tree?
because you pushed the tree pushed the other guy. So I'll just say
6 points.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. All right.
Okay. So then there is the matter of the dragon, who has been locked in a room. Or not locked, but there is a large piece of furniture blocking the door. And it is going to try and get out. That is a 23. So, Vice, you hear your scraping sound as there's this, like, BAM! Like, have you ever... I know you have a cat, so have you ever had a door that's shut and a cat's trying to get out and they just stand on their back legs and just fucking wail on it with the front two? That's what this dragon is doing, but you hear the table scrape and there's enough room for the snoot to stick out. And you know that within the next... Like, as it is, like, in the process of getting out into the kitchen, the dragon come with...
Oh, dragon cometh.
Okay, but that is all that you can see them do. And they do not regain their breath weapon yet again. Speaking of things that, Clout, you should be doing, it is your turn. So, Clout, you've just watched slash from Skabitha at Lowry, who was in, like, full confident bear form, to is now looking real fucking rough.
Sure thing. Does Lowry have any more wild shapes?
You know that Lowry gets 2. You know that Lowry was a mouse and has been a bear.
Skabitha's still in the way
Oh, yeah.
of like the door letting them out.
Yep.
Um,
And looking past, you can see that, like, the door that is on the far side of that room has, like, a bunch of damage that looks like it is coming from the other side through it.
how much
You'll have-
space is there in that room? Like a lot, right?
There is, looking at the map,
It's like 30 by 40.
there is, yeah, it's like 40 feet in all directions. Like 35-ish because it cuts into halves, but I'll say 40.
All right. First of all, I'm going to use my bonus action to cast
Shove every ally out that side door.
I'm gonna cast a healing word on Lowry. Great big pineapple for you. Unfortunately, only 8 hit points. And then I'm gonna take a running start, and I'm just gonna shove Skabitha into the room with them.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
This is
At
a
advantage
attack-
because you're technically invisible to her.
Yep, this is an attack shove. 14.
14 is not enough.
Fuck.
So, like, you're gearing up to, like, push forward where her giant key is, and right as your hands are about to connect with it, you hear that tick as it shifts upwards and your hands, like, mispass. Like, if you've ever tried to, like, push hands with somebody and they pull back right at the last second, like, your momentum's just a little bit wonky on that.
All right. Clout just kind of like, ah! And
Okay.
sort of bumbles into the room with them. That's my action. That's my bonus. That's all I got.
Okay, Pam. There are the kids. There's this one soldier and some snakes.
Okay, how
Everything's
many
going.
snakes are there?
There are 3 snakes in total.
3 snakes in total. All right, that's not as many as I thought. That's good. God, action economy. All right. Pam does not do a lot of damage, so they are going to just try and shove this tin soldier again.
Okay.
Oh my god! Rolling a 6, so they are going to have to use their bonus action to command the tree to do it better than them.
Okay.
Please do better than me! The tree rolled a 13.
A 13 is not enough. As it
Damn.
looks like this little this little soldier, like, as the tree goes to push, it just brings its spear up and is blocking it, and, like, there's a contest of wills between mechanical children happening here. And not, like, children, but, like, creations.
Well, that's all Pam's got. They're going to be in a shoving match for a minute.
Okay, sounds good. Next up, top of the round, Vice. Vice, you have just seen Lowry stomp on you as a bear, full health as a bear, to looking real rough, all in one go.
Okay. Spins the guns down, goes to his back pocket, pulls out a sheet of paper that is Bavlorna's Book of Bad Blood page.
Okay.
And I imagine Skabitha is like written pretty big on the top, right?
Yeah, like it's, imagine like you're in high school and writing in your diary your crush's name. Imagine that, but you fucking hate that person so much.
Oi, Skabitha, look what I got. The rest of the book is with me as well. Your sister's Book of Bad Blood.
And you see her head tilts, and she smiles at you. And she says, "Now I know exactly whose corpse to pilfer first."
He's going to use a bonus action to dash.
Okay.
I see the side door, right?
Yes, you do.
Try and shoulder through it.
Okay. Just wanting to check.
Is that where we came in initially?
No, we came in
on the
north of
other
that.
side.
Oh, okay, I see the other door there.
Okay. So you try and shoulder into it.
Does it open?
It is locked.
Oh boy. Well, he's gonna use a not psionic blast, a force blast on it to try and break it open.
Okay, and the Force Blast was the ability that you had used initially to make the distraction while you were in the cupboard room, correct?
Yes, I get 2 of them.
Okay,
Long
cool.
rest.
Just wanted to check. I'm still not used to psionics yet.
This is my gem dragon ancestry.
Yes, 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 yes.
All right,
Which is a kind of psionic.
it's a kind of psionic. It's a kind
Brain dragon.
Brain dragon. The door takes 10 points of force damage.
Okay. Yeah, the door like caves in, and you know that just a little bit more and you'll be able to get by that. But you're still in this room with Skabitha.
As he ran past Lowry, he mouthed "run" to her.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be focused on this door. I can.
Okay, next up, the door behind opens as Sowpig and the Tin Soldier army begins to come in. Vice, Sowpig is going to come up to you.
I'm Clout.
No, me.
I said
Are you
Vice.
not? Oh, okay. Sorry. Wouldn't she have to run past us?
Oh no, they're both in the same
Southern
room now.
part room.
They
Southern
came
part
from the
room,
south.
The north.
Okay, God, there's so much going on.
There is a lot going on. Okay,
There's a party in the kitchen
Let's
right now.
reestablish where we're all at.
We're in the
Clout,
kitchen.
you were in the kitchen.
No.
Clout, specifically, you are in the kitchen.
Yes.
Square room.
Cradlefall, the green dragon, in the northernmost room was the study where you had
Yeah.
snuck into. Cradlefall is
Yes.
poking his snoot out and he is working his way into the kitchen after a
All right.
successful strength check. To the room
Okay.
immediately to the south, in that rounded room, was where
Yes.
all the portraits were. That is where
Yes.
Lowry and Vice are, and as well as Skabitha. Coming from the
Okay.
southern entrance of that rounded room is Sowpig.
Right. So it's the door that Vice is trying to get out is the
Is the door on the
northwest
western
door.
side. Yes.
Yeah, the
I
northwest
pictured
door
them
in the
kitchen.
round room. Yeah,
Yes.
I thought he was trying to get out the kitchen door
Same.
on the
No.
east.
No,
there.
he is in the
Okay.
room with the portraits. There was a secondary door there. That door was locked. He used his force blast upon it.
Right. That
Yes.
makes a lot of sense. All right. Am I in the rounded room or am I still in the kitchen?
You are still in the kitchen. As you had tried to
Okay.
push her from the back, So unless you had stated that you would like to get further into that room, which I do not believe that you had tried, you had simply pushed, stayed behind.
I thought that she sidestepped me and I went running past her into the room.
No. So if you would like to be in the room, you're more than welcome to.
I don't know where I want to be, man. I'm just trying to follow what's going on.
And that's why we're establishing the scene. So again.
Excellent.
So, would you like to be in the kitchen where there is a green dragon coming in and a hag with her back to you and a clear door for exit? Or would you like to be in the room with Lowry, who is low on hit points, Vice, who is trying to get out desperately, a ghoul wearing a half-pig mask, and a bunch of soldiers are coming in where the only escape is a locked door that has been dealt damage?
Let's just go with what you thought.
Okay.
I'm still in the kitchen.
Still
right
in the
behind
kitchen.
Skabitha.
Sounds good. So, Sowpig is going to come up towards Vice and try and make an attack. So that is a 21 to hit.
Yep.
And as she hits you, she yells tag. 4, 2, 6, 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Saving throw. Okay. 21.
21. You can feel the effects of the paralysis from the claws sinking in. But you were able to stave that off for a better day.
He'll give her a small, grim smile that hurts and give her a wink. Told you I wouldn't break.
2 mechanical soldiers.
Yep.
Are going to come up, and they are going to attempt to make attacks towards you as well. That is a 7, which does not hit, and a 21.
Yep. 21 hits.
I'm gonna cutting words that.
The damage?
No, the attack. 21.
Okay.
I don't know if it hits or not.
Okay, so again, cutting words is before
I know the result. I don't know
Yes.
if it hit him.
Okay.
What am I? It's
D6.
after the roll, before I know the thingama. Yeah, here we
Yes.
go. I rolled a 6, baby.
Okay, so 15. Does a 15 hit you, Vice?
That's a miss now.
Okay.
Yeah!
They need to change the wording on that so
It's
much.
really
It
bad, yeah.
sucks.
It is very poor.
Could we just change it to that?
Yes, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Okay.
To what?
To
So-
that you could just cut it.
Rules is written. It's basically, I roll the dice, I look at you and say, cutting words? And then you have to
do
use that-
every time.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, so
I think the wizard was trying to encourage us to be able to like snap react, shout shit like shield and cutting words and all this, but we are not fast thinkers.
no, it again, and like
Also, we have
playing over
manners.
Zoom is difficult for that. There's look, we'll say we'll call it the internet latency rule. So like we'll just remove that because like if I say a thing and then Zoom lags, who knows? But like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. We'll just brush it off. So the 2 spears do not hit you, Vice, but Sowpig was able to. Then also in the room, next up in the initiative order is Skabitha.
Don't forget to attack Pam.
Yes, thank you.
If the creature is targeting me, the steel defender is going to stretch its branches out as a distraction to impose disadvantage.
Well, that's good because it got a natural 20
Oh boy!
or a 12.
All right, well, a 12 is a miss.
Okay, sounds good. And good thing that you reminded me of that because that roll otherwise would have been the hag on Lowry.
All right, I'll take it. Get down, Mr. President.
Okay, so speaking of Mr. President, Skabitha is going to be going. Claw, the first. That is a 25 to hit. Okay, so
Who are you attacking?
this is Skabitha.
This is Skabitha going. Who's she attacking?
She is attacking Lowry.
Okay.
Okay, so
Oh, me?
yes.
Okay. Yeah, that hit.
Okay. So Lowry, you are going to be taking 28 poison.
Lowry's down.
Okay.
She had 9 HP left.
She has dropped you to 0,
Okay.
but she attacked you
Oh,
non-lethally.
Okay.
It looks like she has... It might come across that she rather enjoys having the like having alive things, as it were. Vice, Skabitha is going to step over Lowry, and she is going to make an attack towards you.
Okay.
That is a Vice. Does a 15 hit you?
It does not.
Nice.
So she goes to slash out towards you, and you manage to dodge that shit entirely. But now, Vice, you are surrounded by 2 tin soldiers, Sowpig and Skabitha.
Ugh, potty.
Next up, in the kitchen,
What?
Clout.
It's my friend.
Cradlefall comes out, sniffing around,
Here's Cradlefall.
and it snickers to itself as it says, "You think you can hide from me?" As it creeps up towards you, it is going to make a bite attack towards you. That is going to be a 18 to hit.
You're muted.
Yep, that definitely hits.
Okay, sounds good. So, Vice, you are going to be taking 10 points of piercing damage.
I'd like to cutting words that if I can.
You had already used your reaction for the cutting words that had initially targeted Vice.
You are correct. I will take it then. 10,
Okay.
10,
10 points of piercing damage and 2 points of poison damage.
and I'm down.
Okay. And Clout, you are also stabilized at 0, as it bit you non-lethally. So, Clout, you are at 0, passed out. Pam, there's a mechanical soldier. There's a bunch of kids. Some snakes. You are muted.
Sorry, I was typing very quickly in Crescent for the Courts. All right, Pamferdam is going to... I just need this to work out. Pam's going to try and shove this suit of armor again.
Okay.
Please be shoved. All right, 18.
Okay, so an 18 is enough to push.
Heh.
So roll 46.
12 bludgeoning.
Okay, so it takes the 12 with a kathunk as it hits the ground, and you see it doesn't look like it's shattered apart. It looks like it still has the ability to start articulating again, but it is away from where you are.
Okay. Then Pamferdam is going to pull out a torch and light it.
Okay.
And then with their bonus action, slide their hand across it and use their Gift of the Chromatic Dragon and turn that fire blue. It is now a cold torch. And I'm going to wave it towards the snakes to keep them at bay for now.
Okay, make an intimidation check against snakes.
Oh, go away, please go away. You don't need to be here, go away. Snakes, why is it always snakes?
Intimidation. 9.
Okay, so with a 9, the snakes don't seem intimidated by the blue flame as much as you would want them to be.
Okay. Then I use my action, bonus action. I cannot command the creature, my defender, to attack this turn. So I'm going to have it. Wait a minute. Aren't you immune to poison damage? Yes, you are. All right. I'm going to have it use its movement to charge past all the snakes. I don't know if trample damage is the thing, but it's going to charge past the snakes and take those attacks so that it can sit at the bottom of the stairs and block / be ready for the tin soldier.
Okay, sounds good. Just want to get all of this. Ba-ba-ba. Okay, so all 3 of them are going to nom 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 over at the machine. A 25 with
Yep.
hit. A 22 would hit,
Damn.
and a 20 would hit.
What the fuck? All right, cool.
Okay, but it is immune to poison damage, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then from the first snake, it takes 5 points of piercing damage. Second snake, 5 points of piercing damage. Third snake, 8 points of piercing damage.
The tree tumbles sideways and rolls the remaining distance of the stairs down to the bottom and is immobile. It is in disrepair.
Okay. Sounds good. So Pam, you are still at the top of the steps.
I put a tree in front of the stairs at least.
All right. And the kids are all like looking at you. And when you say that you're part of the getaway gang, like some are like, oh, I knew that they would come for us. And like they're all starting to like get ready, except that you see that there is a small looking halfling girl who is in bed, and she has the face like she has the sickness. TM, like she is ill, but you are not sure what kind of illness has befallen her.
Pamferdam snaps their finger and points towards the ill child, and in their best parental command,
He said, "You're gonna pick that one up. You're gonna carry him out, all right?"
Okay. Make a persuasion check to the other kids.
persuade, please. Oh, that was the slowest tail. All right, 10.
Okay, 10. Some of the other kids seem like, okay. Like, they don't know how they'll be able to carry her out because they have little wimpy kid arms, but like...
Listen, I'm busy with the snakes. I've got the torch. I need to fight these things off for you. If we gotta get out of here together, you gotta do this for me.
Okay, sounds good. Next up, Vice. As it would be Lowry's turn, but Lowry is at 0 and stable.
And no one went over to Tapper. Golly. Vice is gonna raise both his hands up. In a surrender.
Okay. Sounds good. Vice, I have a question for you.
Hey.
How much HP do you have?
27.
27? Okay. Yeah, so you raise your hands up in surrender, and Skabitha looks at you, and with a wide grin across her face, the last thing that you see before you go black is her claw coming down towards you, and you hear the tick, tick, tick of the giant crank along her back. Pam, you've done well. You've got all these kids. You teach them very quickly what a disengage action is. And I imagine that you and these kids just go, 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 go. And it seems like these snakes, as these kids run by, the snakes don't seem concerned about the children leaving, almost as if they've been told not to attack the children.
Pam will take that. That's good.
Pam, make an insight check.
Okay. 18.
You get the feeling that these snakes don't understand fully what constitutes a child. And they were more interested in attacking the defender as a medium-sized creature than they are attacking you as a small-sized creature, which they clock as a child.
I'm a small child.
Yep. So, Pam, like you and all of these kids...
Well, I'd still have to get past that tin soldier at the bottom of the stairs.
Who is currently prone.
Well, Pam is a slow creature, so they are going to have to spend all of their movement to get to the bottom of the stairs and then dash to stand next to the tin soldier and like wave the kids on and like yell instructions on them running and looking for any other lost kid, and maybe call out for Will of the Woods because they are hopefully coming.
Okay, sounds good. So, as you do this, the tin soldier will make one attack towards you as it stands up. That is a 15 to hit.
That does.
Okay. For 8 points.
Okay. Pam is still standing.
Okay. That is all that this soldier could do. But the kids are like rushing by you at this point, and for the most part, they are free.
All right. With a tired, somehow transferred into their telepathic voice, anyone still conscious of Vice and Clout can hear Pam go,
I got the kids. They're out. They're outside.
And Pam, as you do this, the call makes the connection, but it is radio silent. And as it registers that radio silence, that's where we're going to go into our break for the evening. We're going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Don't go no place unless you grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. Pick yourself up something nice, and we'll see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. Bye-bye! And we're back! Hello, everybody. We have returned all in one piece for now. Hopefully. Pam,
In danger.
there is like a go, 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 go as these kids are rushing by. Again, like this little tin man like was able to do a heckin' stab against you. You are still right up on it. What would you like to do? As the snakes again seem like they like, oh, this is just a weird kid.
yeah, that is hella
Even
convenient.
though,
So
like,
I'm very
you
happy
have-
about that.
Even though, again, like your disguised self was up? Or would that have
Oh yeah, I'm
Well,
make a
don't go away when you
constitution
get
check?
booped. Yeah, my concentration would have been fucked by now.
Yeah.
I'm a gnome.
More just like set dressing of like what you currently look like engaged with this thing. You already said like, we're with Will of the Wild, go! And the kids were like,
Yeah.
okay, like
Mhm.
they didn't need to get told twice not to live with the hag.
Right.
Okay, so you have a an action, bonus action. You have like a solitary round against this soldier while the
Oh.
kids are like running. Would you like to attack it, disengage? What would you like to do against this tin soldier?
I ended the break by giving the go 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 command with my dash, so it is the monster's turn.
Okay. So in that case, monster is going to try.
rolls a net one.
Monster got a 19 to hit.
It sure is stabbing me.
Okay. That is 7 points of damage.
Pamferdam is actually bleeding out.
Oh, hey, snakes! Whoa, that's fucked up. That soldier's attacking that child.
Oh my god!
Something about that.
Okay. So yeah, Pam, you are bleeding out, and Pam, as your eyes are like blearily opening and shutting, you see kids running into the woods, and 3 kids that were not there previously that look a little bit older pop out of the brush, and there is a glowing orb next to one of them.
Cool.
Okay, so Pam, you will be rescued by the getaway gang as these kids make their escape. Because again, the scarecrows are gone, everything else is gone. All of that is getting taken
They're
care
gonna
of.
fight the tin soldier?
Huh?
Are they gonna fight the tin soldier?
You see that Will approaches the tin soldier, and very quickly, very nimbly, he is going to make an attack, and you can still see this through your blurred vision. But there is something... The way that Will attacks is not the way that a child would strike out at something. And having lived through your fair share of revolution and child soldierdom, you've seen the way that kids fight when they've been trained by adults and been forced to fight. There is something intrinsically descriptive with this slash that Will does, that as your eyes close, you feel like he has swung a sword thousands of times. And there is just this quick dismissal of the tin soldier as stabilized, grabbed, taking you back. But your vision fades to black. An undisclosed amount of time happens in the interim for our three that were stabilized and put at 0. The first person to awaken hears what sounds like the cranking of and grinding of mechanical gears, but with what feels like the butt end of a staff pressed up against their back, and it is twisting. And Vice, as your eyes blearily open, you can see the page of Bavlorna's Book of Bad Blood. You had the book on you?
No, he lied, trying to get
Awesome.
Skabitha's attention to him.
Got you. And in that moment, you can feel your body tense and tighten, and the world around you seems to get bigger with each grinding, cranking sound. And you feel yourself becoming smaller and smaller and smaller as the feeling in your hands and legs and tail and seems to dissipate until every part of you feels just this very blank, almost hollow feeling to it. And you can still see visibly with your eyes, but you cannot sound anything. And you feel your body get picked up, and you hear the sound of what sounds almost like rattling wood. And as your head leans forward, you see that you have the articulated joints of a doll. You are set down. Lowry, you also hear that crank, 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 crank. And as you open your eyes, your hat is still on. However, the unicorn horn that you had sequestered to yourself is also on this counter, and you feel the same shifting, shrinking feeling as you get turned into a doll as well. Now, Lowry, you and Vice hear an exchange between two individuals, one being Skabitha and the other being Cradlefall, as Skabitha has to ask Cradlefall, it's in the spot of their back, correct? And Cradlefall confirms it. As Clout, you awaken to feel that same twisting, 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 as the three of you are turned into toys. Skabitha then collects the three of you and brings you to a small room that is almost a large cupboard. And inside of this cupboard stands Sowpig. And as Skabitha hands over this basket, you hear her say, "I've brought you some new toys." And Sowpig nods and looks down into the basket and then gives their thanks to Skabitha as Skabitha closes the door. Lowry, as you and Vice and Clout are all here, Sowpig takes a hold of Clout and looks them over and then sets Clout on top of a dresser, on top of one of these cupboards, reaches under one of these cupboards, like a more dresser-style armoire, and pulls out a small box. And in this box is a collection of what look like moth wings that have been plucked from the bodies of said moths that have small twine put around them. And she takes Clout and with one loop puts over one arm, second over the other, and holds Clout up and grabs you, Lowry, and she says, "Welcome to the Witchlight Carnival." And she shakes Clout's body as these little wooden appendages kind of rattle back and forth. And then she takes you, Lowry, and says, "But I didn't pay for my ticket. What else am I supposed to do?" And then, holding Clout, "When you don't pay for your ticket, it's Sowpig's turn to play." And she sets Clout onto this, like, again, this small shelf. And Clout, you watch as she then takes Vice. "I didn't pay for my ticket either." And she begins to kind of make Lowry and Vice dance. And, like, at some point, you see that she, like, takes Lowry, one of your hands, and, like, brings it up in a wide slap over Vice, like, against his face. And then Vice, thank goodness you are currently a wooded creature, because she twists your head entirely around, almost in a comical, like, ngang, 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 swivel. And then she grabs Clout with the two of you being held in one hand and says, "Sowpig, Sowpig, welcome to the carnival, Sowpig," as she does. And then she takes Lowry and Vice and says, "Let's get out of here," very dry pan. And she takes each of you by one arm and she begins to spin in a circle inside of her room. And as she does, she, at one point, while she is spinning, releases a hand. And Lowry, you feel your small wooden body fly into a darkened corner of the room, crumple and tumble, and spill. Vice, as she is continuing to spin you, you feel the articulation of your right arm give, and your body flies and tumbles as she goes to release the hand as well, and your small wooden arm accompanies you as you go towards the same area of this darkened room as Lowry. And you see her continue to play with Clout, pretending that he is a member of the Witchlight Carnival, as it seems that Sowpig has seen Clout before and might have some affections towards this individual. Now, Lowry, as your puppeted body is lying on the ground, your head unable to turn and move, you look in the darkened corner of this room and you hear a, like, what sounds like little feet upon the wood, and coming from what looks like a board that is tucked up, you see what looks like a small wooden dwarf that puts a wooded, like, finger up to their mouth, and you hear them go, "Shh." And they wait for Sowpig's body to be turned around, and they come up and they grab hold of you, and then they carry you back underneath this board into the darkened corner. Vice, as you are laying here, and you are able to see your arm off from where you are, from the darkness, you see a string of silvered web latch onto the arm and then pull it into the darkness.
No!
And as your eyes are best able to look out into the darkness where that web is, you see 8 glistening eyes as a small jade spider looks towards you, and with its little pedipalps, raises one and gives a small wave.
I love it. It's so goddamn cute.
At this point, Vice faints.
Okay, Vice, you are a toy and just like eyes shut. You're out. You're gone.
It's the eyes roll back inside the head, and you just hear
Okay, and Clout, from where you are being like motion and like flying around as this child plays with you as a toy, you see what looks like a little action figure of a dwarf, like pulling Lowry into the darkness behind a board, and then you see silvered thread attach on to Vice's foot, and it begins to drag him into the darkness as well.
This might as well happen. Clout's dealing with his own mixed emotions right now because, like, he's never seen this kid just act like a kid before. She has always been, like, his least favorite. He didn't like any of the minions. His least favorite minion. Like, she always freaking, like, creeped him out.
Thanks. Can you move closer to your mic, please?
Oh, now I gotta move it up because Zoom got fixed for Nidia, but not for me.
No, it was a short-lived fix. I've been getting scaled too.
Oh, okay. Well, at least I'm not the only one. Anyway, yeah, no, she was always his least favorite, but like he like right now he's trying to like come to terms with Amtoy. And also she's just a kid. Damn it. And then spider shit going on over there. And so he's like, I think his thought is like, don't give any indication that you see that, but also Toy, what I'm going to do.
Okay. And as she continues to play with you, Clout, Lowry, you're dragged over. And eventually, Lowry, you see this like brilliant jade-colored spider who is, I want to say, like your toy size. Like you're like 8 inches tall. This thing's maybe like 4 inches. Like it's like half the size of you. But it pulls over an arm, pulls over the body of Vice, and you watch as it like kind of like scuttles over to Vice's body and like looks at it and just turns over to the dwarf and just, you think he's dead? And the dwarf just sort of like shakes their head no and just, I'd never hurt to ask. And then it begins spinning webs connecting the arm back onto Vice.
I think he feels that, his eyes flutter open.
And Vice, there is just this spider right above you, just like...
This might as well happen.
So you're unable to actually vocalize anything as a toy, but thinking it for sure.
Yeah. Could I use my psionics? The telepathy? Just turns to where Lowry's laying. If you can move, try something, please.
And Lowry, as you go to move in any way, your body is incapable of moving on its own while stuck in this way. And as soon as Vice, you have been pieced back together, and the spider is speaking to you, just, oh, what are you were actually causing quite a bit of ruckus not too long ago. So you came in here, you grabbed the horn. Kind of foul about that. Was going to be using that for something, but... Oh, where are my manners? Name's Yarn Spinner, and... Oh, right, you can't talk yet. Don't worry about that. And he comes over, and you see that it stands on the hind 2 legs of its spidery body, and with each of its legs, it begins performing like an insane arcane spell. Like each one of these leggies just like doing like crazy shit until eventually there is like a sigil that it then like pops down, and Lowry, the sigil goes onto you. And there is again another sigil that comes down to Vice as the two of you awaken as toys. You can speak, you can move, as this spider has cast these spells on you. Yeah,
God,
sorry
the
about
spider's
that.
A wizard.
Just wanted to make sure that, everything was up and up. Sorry, I can't turn you back from being toys, though. That's what I was going to use on Elkhorn over here. But, we had been saving for a while to get the unicorn horn. Saved it long enough that Skabitha thought that she had lost it. And then you all came in, and then you took it. And, well, now you're here. But at least we're here together.
Apologies for that. Had no idea about your plan. Lowry, are you alright?
And
I'm
Lowry,
a toy.
yeah, it's better than being dead, though. We've got lots of toys that are still dead.
We're not dead. That means we can still try something.
Right. Where's Clout?
Where's Pam?
Is that the name of that one right over there? And he motions with one of his leggies to you see this gray-skinned girl wearing a half pig mask just new.
Yeah.
The dragonfly rides are one of a kind at the Witchlight Carnival.
Bless.
Yeah, that's Clout. Uh-huh.
Was there a fourth one about gnome size?
I haven't seen any. I mean, the size of a kid. I know what gnomes are. But we haven't seen any, kid-sized toys. Normally, if there's a kid-sized kid that shows up, Skabitha's, the first person to go, bing, bang, you're a child again.
I'm going
Unless
to
it's
go on-
Alcorn. He's more he's like a tall child with a beard and drinking problem.
Are you still able to do the telepathy thing?
He'll test,
Yeah.
If Pam and Clout are within 10 miles, they just hear, tuk, 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 tuk. Hello? Hello?
It has been longer than 6 hours.
Oof. All right. Shakes his head. No, I lost it.
I have 25 words.
Update Pam on what's going on.
Okay, so she will use, since Pam has one of her eerie tokens, telepathic message. It's basically a one-time sending, one way.
Okay.
As long as Pam is within 10 miles. Let's see, what's the message? Oh, I hope he hears this. Hi. We're fine. Kind of. We're toys. Very small. You're the tall one now. Sow Pig has Clout. Will try to get out. 3 left.
Clout's a toy too.
Yeah. Protect the kids.
Solid.
Okay. And as you make this sending, Pam, you got saved, for lack of better words, from these kids that you had told not to come, and being the young rambunctious teenagers that they were, they totally showed up when they weren't supposed to. Will then was able to very skillfully lay down a weapon against the tin soldier as you faded to darkness. But as you basically come to this message from Lowry. But Pam, you have regained the effects of a long rest.
All right.
But yeah, so blearily, eyes opening, hearing what Lowry has sent you.
Gotcha.
And Pam, as you open your eyes, you are in Little Oak. And Will is standing there, arms crossed. And Whisper is standing behind, is kind of shaking behind Will. Like you can tell, you can't understand whisper in the same way that Clout can, but you are definitely getting the body reading like it's trying to say, like, I tried to stop him, but I have no corporeal body or actual way to do so. And Will just looks at you and says, well, I guess I owe you an apology. Seems that adults aren't so stinky after all.
What?
Well, I mean, my plan was to, like, get the kids, and you guys were jerks and totally didn't wake me up when the plan was going to be going off, and apparently you promised, or your friend promised us some pretty rad swear words before they left, but now they only promised us and not all these other kids that are here. But I just wanted to say thanks, I guess, for bringing all of these, for the new members of the Getaway Gang.
Oh, yeah. Hey, where is Lowry?
I was hoping you knew, because when we got there, like, all the kids were out, and you were like punching a small robot guy, and I figured that you could probably use some help because it looked like your friends weren't with you.
Did you see Clout or Vice?
No, I didn't see anybody, and, like, we tried, like, looking around the camp, but we didn't. Did they, like, go? Like, they went into the tree?
Yeah, they helped me. Heck, they helped me get the kids out.
And you didn't see them come out of the tree.
I heard one of them, though. That means at least Lowry's still alive somewhere.
Oh, that's good. Normally, you don't hear back from them once they enter into the tree and then don't come out. And, like, they might be one of the people that Skabitha put under the stairs.
I gotta go burn a tree down.
Awesome.
I
I'm
gotta-
coming with you.
Fine. Let's go burn a tree
Nice.
down.
Yes.
I'm pretty upset.
And, like, he's just, yes, finally an adult who lets me, like, we're gonna go burn stuff. And, like, he, like motions to, like, two of his other cohorts, like, yeah, we're gonna fucking burn some shit.
Yeah, we're gonna burn some stuff. Alright. How many people here are of a decent combat age? I think we're gonna have to do some stuff.
Like, we're all decent combat age, thank you. Like, we've been fighting for a long time. And,
Alright, I'm
and-
gonna fist fight every single one of you, and if you can't take a punch, then you can't come.
And when you say that, like, the 10 kids that were in Skabitha are like, no, I don't want to fist fight that guy. Like, he's a crazy magic man. And Will is just like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna, like, look, we've been doing this for a while, and I think that the Getaway Gang proper, like me, at least me, is good to fight.
Alright, well, I can at least lean on you, but I need to know that the others can actually fight, because there's a really good chance we're gonna get some of them killed.
No.
Then they're not coming.
No, I mean, like, we can't... how do I put this? And then, you hear, the sassier of Will's friends, whose name, Sloan, just says, kids can't die in Thither. And,
What?
yeah, and Will says, so there's, like, from, like, the like the old times, like the lady who like made all of this, she said that kids can't die here.
Pam stands up,
Because
pulls out a dart, and just throws it on the ground in front of them.
Well,
One of you prove it to me right now.
And they like, and Will like, you want one
I
of
want
us?
one of you to kill yourself. If you can't die, do it right now. It shouldn't be a big deal if you can't.
And they look at you like you're insane. And Will just, we're not doing that.
Well, then I can't trust that you actually are going to be immortal. And if you were immortal, why the heck didn't you just free your friends anyway? You wouldn't have died in the process.
Because if we don't die, then we turn into a smoke and we appear somewhere else here and thither.
Where?
He shrugs. It depends.
And have you found your way back before? Have you some way to prove this to me?
I mean... And he looks over and Sloane's like, that's how I got out.
So you died and then you managed to find your way here.
Well, I found my way into the woods, and then there was like a really scary roaring noise, and then Will grabbed my hand, and he was like, come on, we need to go. And like, then we ran for a little bit, and then we wound up at Little Oak.
All right, no, I mean, the dying part, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is if that's actually true. Has any one of you died before and done the poof smoke?
Sloane looks at you and raises her hand.
How long did it take you to get back here?
Well, with Will leading, because he gets lost, like, all the time. I do not all the time. Couple hours.
All right, everybody who wants to fight and die, let's go.
Pam just starts picking up their equipment. They have like death in their eye, emotional death, not fury.
Yeah.
All right, let's burn the building down. You're all cannon fodder now. Just to let you know, I'm willing to sacrifice you if you're immortal.
And the kids all like look at each other like, I don't know about this. Pam, make a persuasion check.
Listen, you're going to follow me into the fires, and we're going to destroy everything that person knows and loves and cares about. Or I'm going to go do it by myself. At least I'm mortal, so it's going to be a bit different.
20.
A 20? So some of the kids are like, they're a little on the fence about this, but it seems like Will has at least, he's resigned himself to do this, and Sloane's with him, and then Zenor, the young female orc, is also like, I'ma do this thing, hell yeah!
Fences have already been lowered, the outside watch is already tampered with, the guards units have been reduced. And we have 3-to-1 odds. That means we need to go in there and we need to storm through. If you die, you die. You just keep pushing forward until we find the objective, that hack, and we're going to end this.
And Will snaps his fingers and says, how about we don't rush in there foolhardy? We should, not like cover of night necessarily, but like maybe... we're going to be burning down a tree. You want to burn it down?
How long does it take Skabitha to build a new tin soldier?
New tin soldiers? A couple days. Unless you had
2 days.
Huh?
You have 2 days if you're trying to come up with a plan.
Okay. Yeah. And he goes over to the cupboard and pulls out his big planning papers and sets them down. Just okay. A plan. Okay, so you want to burn down the tree, and he takes out a red colored pencil and just around the tree. But your friends are still inside and alive. Yeah.
Hopefully. I've heard one of them.
Okay.
Someone was just talking. I hope it's not a near-death hallucination.
Okay, well, if your friends are inside and alive, and And he like circles like 2 different places inside the tree. They're either going to be here, or they're going to be over here. And he says that they are either going to be in the workshop, or they are going to be in Skabitha's study. At least those are the 2 places that he would assume that they are.
Where was the workshop?
Workshop. Let me see. Was a room that you had not gotten to.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that is Will's plan. Anyways, is to, or at least like laying it out, and then says, and then we can like, we said that there's not like security stuff, so if we go quick, then maybe she won't have put security back up again. And Sloane looks at him and just, so what are we doing now? Well, and Will like looks towards you, Pam, and there is a sense of resolve that he has, and says, and he, as he says, can I borrow a gold piece? And he nods.
Oh, I do have money.
Okay.
He takes the gold piece and he walks over to the swear jar and he says, we're gonna burn this fucking tree down! And he like drops the gold piece in and a bunch of kids are like cheering at him.
All right, mount up. We can build siege equipment once we get there.
Okay. Sounds good. So yeah, like the 3 kids with Will included are on board for sieging the Hag's Lair. Meanwhile, inside of said Hag's Lair, Lowry, you and Vice have been awakened. Lowry, you have sent your message to Pam. It connected. Pam's alive, and he's not with you all. You are with a spider and a toy dwarf who says, my apologies, madam. Elkhorn of Valor's Call at your service.
It's rather nice to meet you.
Aren't you the people that are fighting the, what's it called?
The League of Malevolence. Yes, no, we've been fighting them for some time now. We were in the midst of combat in the Palace of Heart's Desire.
You
And
remember that orc that we kind of had to shank because they shanked a unicorn?
Oh,
Yes.
Sirach, the assassin.
Yes.
Oh, you shanked him back, did you? Good for you. Is he dead?
No,
Oh.
No, but I assume he's horribly, horribly cursed right now.
Hey, look,
didn't
we're not
curse
trying
him.
to unalive people here, okay?
No, that's the best part, Lowry. If he went back to the cave with old Nib and took a gold piece, his ass is cursed.
mm. Unless old Nip explained how it worked.
He's a rogue.
Knowing an individual like Sirach, if he sees gold in an easy place for pickings, he's not going to ask too many questions about it. All right, yeah, no, sorry, hold on. Excuse me?
Hello.
Hi.
Yarn Spinner here. Just wanted to point out, you're all toys.
Yes.
Okay. Just, I didn't know if that was going to be a, more of a shock, as it were, to you.
Honestly, weird as shit has happened to me.
Yeah.
All
same.
right. Sure. Now, if you like, do you know where this, if there was a unicorn's horn lying about, would you have seen it anywhere?
Did we see it on the table?
You saw it with Skabitha's things, as she had like picked all of your pockets that she could, taking the page from the Book of Bad Blood, Did any of you have the Book of Bad Blood on you? So
we
that book
left that.
was indeed taken from Lowry. The unicorn horn has been retrieved from Lowry as well. She could not see Clout to recognize the chicken foot tattoo underneath his eye, so
Lucky.
big plus on that one. Big ups, player.
We don't know where the unicorn horn is exactly, but we do know where an actual unicorn is.
The unicorn horn was with her things.
Oh, well, that's actually...
Mhm.
That'd be nice. If we could get that back. I got a few burroways through this here tree, so maybe avoid looking for things like Cradlefall, that nasty little green drake.
How long does she intend to keep on spinning for? We kind of need that one.
She doesn't tire. She gets bored, though. But your friend she seems particularly fond of. This is the longest I've ever seen her actually play with another toy.
Clout, if you can hear me, I am so sorry, but you're so fucked right now.
Why do I feel
It doesn't-
nauseous?
You don't get a response.
That's what he's thinking.
I can send a message to Clout too if he still has the eerie token that I gave him. Only one shot though.
Save it for now.
Okay.
Right, you know, there is another idea. I'm not particularly fond of it. But
What is
you
that?
well, we could find some pointy things and then go out of legs. Just get her in the
Is
shin.
going to try to manifest his psychic blades. I've got these.
Yeah, as long as you're awakened, as long as you can, like, move about as a toy, just remember, you're toy-sized, you do toy damage.
Right.
Lowry's gonna try and turn into a toy bear.
Yep. You do it.
Do we get a technically long rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
There is now a bear.
Ooh, that's awful impressive.
Rawr.
Right, so, if you think that you can get her in the legs, you probably got a good chance. Although, she is rather large. She could also run, scream, tell people where she's going. That's no good.
It's either we've got to do this in one go, or think of an alternative. Bless you.
Entirely up to you. I'm just his magic spider.
Well, we might have a friend coming in.
Oh, what's your friend supposed to be doing?
Possibly saving us?
Well, if that possibility falls flat, just remember, I'm here, and, well, we're all kind of in this corner together.
Is it just this corner? You said you had a burrowway,
I
correct?
do have burroways. But
Have you
then
been-
that's when you said you didn't want to go through my burroways because one of your friends was still trapped.
Do any of them lead up in this room?
Oh, they go all sorts of places. Hard part's, you know, bringing things back. That's why it took us so long to get that danged horn to begin with. Because we realized,
Fucking
thanks with
goodness.
Elkhorn, that if we were to get that horn, we could bang pop, turn you back from being a toy back into a regular folk.
If I get her attention, could you snag Clout? And I'll
What?
meet up back with you, say, not in the kitchen because fuck that dragon.
Oh, Cradlefall.
Yes.
Yeah, he can go anywhere, really.
The
As long
portrait
as there's
room.
one of his boxes.
Actually, I'll meet you in the room across from this hallway. I blew a hole in one of the walls.
All right. Sounds good to me. Now, as a bear, you able to, like, climb?
Goes to the walls, or like where some boards are, and climb.
Black bears are supposed to be the better climbers.
Yeah.
Okay, with that, make an athletics check in bear form.
Even if I have a climb speed?
Do you have a climb speed?
I do.
Incredible, never mind then.
Bear, climb, speed. Bear,
Yeah,
climb,
I can.
speed.
I have a climb speed of 30 feet.
Okay, so yeah, You were able to climb. Yarn Spinner comes over. All right, so you're just gonna want to follow me then, and yeah, Elkhorn. Which side of the camp do you want to be on? You want to come up with me or stay here with this guy? And Elkhorn looks and then looks towards you, Vice, and says, "Are we running distraction, or are we bringing her down?"
She's just a child, mate. I think running distraction is best here.
He nods. Says, "I'm with you." And you see that he pulls what looks like a small stick with a piece of glass that is through the top that he wields in his hands like an axe.
Lowry's gonna climb back down and go to Vice and just like headbutt his arm, and then blow out her bare.
Oh, don't
jowls.
act like that. Takes a lot more to get me down.
Big sad bear eyes. I like to think that she looks like a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She turns into horses like a block horse.
Yes. Toy animals from here on out.
Okay.
You just make sure you grab Clout so that Pam doesn't come here for nothing.
There's another headbutt, and then she goes to start climbing.
Okay. And as Yard Spinner and Lowry begin making their way up the walls to one of the burrowways, and Vice, you and Elkhorn are approaching or are like figuring out the best way to run distraction.
Oh, Vice walks out there. He has the psychic blade out, points in the air, and fires once to get her attention.
Okay.
And she just hears, "Sow Pig, round 2!"
And it is less impressive when you fire than you would believe, as it sounds more like a pop gun. But you still call out to her, and while she has one hand on Clout, she looks down towards you, and her arm goes slack, but Clout is still in her grip as she clocks to as her vision clocks towards you. And as this distraction begins, and Pam, you're gonna lead some kids on the charge, build up some fucking siege weapons. That is where we are going to call it for tonight's game. So I'd like to say thank you to everybody who decided to stop on by and join us for this wonderful session of Dungeons & Dragons, because we could not do it without viewers like you, as well as all these wonderful players. But I always have a blast whenever these folks are on the channel. Hey, RJ, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hey everybody, my name is RJ, and you can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about nerdy things in my life. And you know what? Sometimes stream with my friends, because Tuesday, Sarah and I do a challenge run of Stardew Valley, where we're trying to complete the community center as fast as possible within year 1. Other than that, you can catch me here Mondays and Sundays. Mondays, of course, as Kalen, the Shatterkai Wizard. I think we're debating about bringing a prince to an island. It'll be fine. Sundays, of course, is Vice. Little angel face. He's fine. Thursdays over at G Game Nights, where we're doing an elegant show called Elegant Creatures. It is an elegant Good Society hack of Urban Shadows, which is really wild. We get to do some buck wild stuff. I disarmed a bomb by crumpling it internally. Finally, after that, Saturdays is Star Power, so you can catch me and Danae over at G Game Nights once again, where we are doing a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure inspired game. I think we're trying to figure out how to save the world, more or less. So, you know, basic plot stuff. Finally, Sunday mornings over at the HypeGoblins channel. This Sunday, we had a one-shot where I piloted a Gundam. DanaeKeener.com.
That means it's me next. Hey, everybody. Yes, as RJ said, I do have my own channel. You can come and find me. We'll get you on the next one. You can come over there and find me. This week, I did DM for the first time in a long time. If you'd like to see that, you can see that over on my YouTube channel. It's available now. What was it called? The Briny Surprise? It's part 1. There's apparently going to be a part 2, because I just wanted to see what they'd do at the end if I throw a curveball. You can find me everywhere else on the internet, also as TheHypeGoblin, where I do cosplay and character stuff and some world building stuff with my friends, with an upcoming podcast with my friends Dungeon Dad, Josiah, and Taryn Indestructible Boy Pounds. Coming soon, TBD. We're still trying to find a name. And also, if you go to therookandtheraven.com and use code HYPEGOBLin, you can pick yourself up something nice and get 15% off. So go check them out. Thank you, Rook and the Raven. You're great. DanaeKeener.com.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Mediaflare. I am a voice actor and tabletop streamer. I also do a little bit of gaming on my Twitch channel. You can find me on Twitch or Mediaflare, or Twitch or Twitter at Mediaflare. And that is all I have for you this week. DanaeKeener.com.
Speaking of DanaeKeener.com, hi everybody, I'm Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings, mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on this channel. Sometimes I also get a wild hair and I draw things when I should be drawing other things. So you can see the character that I played this morning on Twitter and also at DanaeKeener.com. She licked a cursed rock. It was great. If you want to see my schedule, you can go to at Danae Keener on Twitter. So go check it out. DanaeKeener.com.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey, Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. As well, and all of our shows are currently being made available on YouTube at youtube.com/Indoor Adventures if you want to check up on any of the VODs. I don't know, my brain pooped like the very last second, so I'm glad we're ending the stream because the coffee is just like worn down completely. But we have a Patreon set up with our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we like to answer questions from the community as well as each other. So if you have any questions for myself or any of these other fine folk, you can join us at our Discord. The link can be found in the Twitch chat to the side or in the video of this the description of this video or audio cast down below. It's a good time. Again, you can go to patreon.com/Indoor Adventures to check up on that after show. We just answer all the questions that are available on our Discord. So, hey, come check it out. It's going to be a good time because that's where we are going to be heading now. So I'd like to say thank you again to everybody who decided to stop by. Thank you to these players for putting up with my bullshit once again this week. And we'll see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.